Welcome to episode 7 of Truth Seekers. I'm Bryan Radzin. Thank you once again for joining me. I've got a new light. The light's a little bit better in here. Got a new audio cord. Everything should be dialed in right now. I'm really happy that that is the case. Because I almost lost my shit. But I think we're all probably hitting that point at some juncture during everything going on right now. So what can you say? So, trust in the equipment, like I said. Trust in yourself, like I said yesterday. But, anyways, today I'd like to talk about making sure you know life is precious. Life is short. I mean, we all know that. Look at what's happening right now. This virus, it seems to get better before it gets worse, before it gets better. Hopefully not worse again before a vaccine comes out. But, I mean, it's hitting everybody. Every race, every class, every ethnicity. I guess that means it's the one of those equalizers. It's sad that it has to come in something so terrible, but there it is. So what do we owe it? We owe it to ourselves. I mean, what do we do? What do we do when there's all this going on around us? And death, unfortunately. I'm just going to come right out and say it. Death. I mean, I think we've all been touched by it in some way this past year. Whether it was someone we personally knew or not, we've been touched by it. It sucks. I mean, myself, I've had a good friend, a mechanic, art center lady, two famous people, John Lewis and somebody else I can't remember right now. Oh, Charlie Daniels, but I ain't going to put him in league with John Lewis, although, changed the music industry. A little religious for my taste, but respect what he did for the industry. I thought deaths usually came in threes, but I guess at this time they come in fives or more, depending for some of us. What can we do? I mean, it's tough. It's tough. How do we deal with that? How do we deal with this constant death around us? This constant darkness wanting to swallow us up with either disease or taking someone we know or a good friend that never got to say goodbye to? We got to make sure life is precious. It's short. It's all moments. Life is all moments. We need to treasure them. We need to inhale the beauty as often as we can. Whenever we go outside. Now, granted, I live in Humboldt County, and some of you may not also live here. But wherever you live, everywhere has a special something about it. A special, energy that you have to kind of be there for a little while to get. These are some of the precious moments. Sometimes when you relax enough to let life go and happen like it's supposed to, there's things that happen. Maybe things that you wouldn't often see. A deer crossing the road with her babies. A wild turkey. 3 or 4 bucks together. Fish jumping in the river. I don't know. But we'll see once we open it up that this kind of stuff happens more and more often. These are some of the precious things in life. But let us not forget that this really is another way of saying, don't sweat the small stuff. Pay attention to the big picture. Well, at the same time, I've always felt that that sentence isn't done. It's not over. It just doesn't end because people want it to. No. It is so. That sentence. Oy vey. What do you do? What do you do when stuff feels like it's taken away? You cling on to those little moments. But you don't want to cling on to them so big you forget the bigger picture, right? But what we have to remember is since we know that life is all moments, it's all moments, that if we don't enjoy them, if we don't, I don't know, take them for what they're worth, sure, but really slow down to, gain the lessons that they're there to teach you. You've heard the whole life is a journey, not a destination. Well, it is a journey. And it's a destination we may never reach until we're gone from this earth or this plane or however you believe. But it it just surprises you every day. The more and more you're open, the more and more it comes back to you with opportunities, lessons, doors. Everything opens. May not open in the form we want or that we expect, but it'll open. It'll be there for us to grab or ignore. We might be a bunch of microcosms filling up a giant macrocosm here. And maybe that's what I'm trying to say. Microcosm, macrocosm, small stuff, big picture, small stuff. Maybe that is what I'm trying to say. I don't know. What I do know is that when we love each other, love ourselves, be kind to ourselves, that is also some of the most precious things in life. Being kind, being gracious, being helpful, being sane, being loving, being caring. It's all precious. Helping someone out when they're down. Talking to a good friend when they may have gone through a bad breakup, or maybe a friend of theirs died, or maybe someone dumped them, or whatever the case may be. Friends are there for friends, family, friends that are like family. All this stuff adds up into our precious experience. The moments, they all add up. We have a lot of them through our life, sure. Keep going and changing. We can block them, can stop them, but they still happen. We might choose not to see them. But then if we're rushing through life, think about it. If we're supposed to not take life for granted, and keep with the preciousness of life and everything that we've been taught, how are we supposed to do that when we've been put down by our government, by our religion, by our family, controlled? How are we supposed to look at the bright side, be the optimist, when life hasn't shown us that? Well, for some of us, unfortunately, we may have to look harder. We may have to look harder for that special moment, those precious moments. Or maybe we just have to look more basic. Maybe that's the key to everything. Everybody looking to the more basic. Everything we need to know, we learned in kindergarten, right? I know I've said it before and I'll probably say it again, but It seems to be the root of a lot of problems. Getting back to nature, getting back to the basics. We forget about it when life gets too complex and too overbearing. Some of us can't take it anymore because we forget the fun times, the fun moments, the laughs, the conversations that really pissed you off, but later you thought about them and you were like, wow, I'm so glad I talked about that. Or had someone like that to talk about things too. Someone that could really, you know, keep up with you and make you think and tell you to not bury the headline. Yeah, there's moments in my life where I wish I would have done things differently, made different choices, surrounded myself by different people. But I'm here now, all that I am, seeking truth. I'm trying to find my own precious moments. I like the river. I like talking to people. I love this voice work. That's why I'm stoked I can do all this. But I'm just finishing my novel series, Search for Truth. Last one's called A Better Day. Check it out at bryanradzin.com. Shameless plug. But these are some of the precious moments, right? I have the last novel in my series coming out. I have another collection book of my Mind of Critic blog posts. This will be my 14th and 15th book. These are these little precious moments that I have to keep, that I have to hang on to, that I want to hang on to. Little things that make me smile, keep me going, especially now. Especially when we don't have a lot of face-to-face interactions. When we don't see each other as much as we'd like. Or we don't go out in public. We don't go to the coffee house. We don't go to the movie theater. We don't go to the concert. Which, goddamn, during the summertime is not easy. All kinds of stuff going on. All the time. And that's okay. It's all on pause. For now, hopefully. But how do we ensure that we never fall into a pit of despair, of darkness? How do we hang on to precious moments? Maybe it's like the 38 Special song, right? Hang on loosely, but don't let go. Hold on, but don't grip tight. Make sure that your grip allows for movement. Allows for other things to come in and out. Because that's what it is, moments. If life is all moments, and life is certainly precious because it can be taken away at any time. We need to love ourselves. We need to love everyone around us. Even people we don't like. Yeah, of course this is harder, easier said than done. I'm not perfect. I'm not going to say I'm sit there and, am the perfect specimen of a person. I've had a lot of losses. Not as far along in life as I'd like to be, but I love doing this. I love the books. I have people that care about me. I have a car. I can get around. I have a place, a roof over my head. I got food in my fridge. These are all things to be grateful for. All things that make life precious. We can't forget that it can be taken away at any time. We can't take it for granted. Get hit by a car. We get hit by a plane. We could, not hit by a plane, die in a plane crash, but you know what I mean. Anything can happen at any time. We could have an aneurysm. How would we know? We just got to make sure our time on this earth is spent in a way that we don't regret. That we're not wasting our time. We should never waste time or kill time. We should spend time. Do it consciously. If there's anything we can glean from this, it's that act consciously. Be good to ourselves. Love ourselves. Because although there are other people that do it for us, if we don't love ourselves, no one else is going to truly love us. And isn't that something in life that's the most precious? If there's one thing that we could do in our short time on this earth. There's one thing we could do. Bring ourselves joy. How do we do that? Put our best foot out there. We move forward. Surround ourselves by good people. Be kind and grateful. And that's it. People will gravitate towards that. They will not fall in line. They will join in line. It'll be more a circle or a crowd. Critical mass, if you will. I don't want to see anyone go. But death is unfortunately a natural part of life. We can't take life for granted. Ever. Ever. We just have to enjoy the moments while we can. Love ourselves. Be kind to ourselves. Treat others like we'd like to be treated. And know that one day, if we put enough conscious work in, keep our eyes on the prize, keep moving forward, we will make sure we have no regrets when this is over. It'll make sure that we tell the people we care about we love them, because that's what it boils down to. Tell the people you care about you love them. Make sure they know it every chance you get, because it could be taken away at any time, and that would be the ultimate regret. We know that life is precious. Let's not make it purposely harder for ourselves. Let's make sure the people around us know we care about them, because they care about us. I love you all, and we'll talk soon. Take care of yourselves. Life is precious.
Remember to like and share this video and hit the subscribe button. Links for all my social media, my website, and where to buy my books are in the description below. Love and gratitude will find a way. We just have to keep the conversations going. See you all soon.